Salam alaikum, alaikum, pa cuenta en sala. Good morning, guys. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be, and whenever you watch this video, if you do. I salute you with peace. That's why I said, and salam alaikum, peace be unto you. Wanted to touch a little bit on a subject that came to my mind, because as always, as you guys know, like always, I always repeat myself, but I say a lot of the things that I speak about, I have went through the majority of them. Not all of them, but the majority of the things that I'm speaking about. And I want to speak today about those of us that receive spiritual items from other Enzos that we were before a participant or initiated into, and we either got thrown out or we felt as though something wasn't looking right, or whichever it may be, the situation or the cost. So now we have initiation done. We did our initiation, right? Now we have our Ensila Congo, meaning our path and the tradition, or the religion, if you want to call it that. Now we have received, where there's a Lucero en Cuyo, maybe we was initiated into Tata and Kisi, and received also an Nganga, maybe we receive an Empaka, maybe we receive a Baston, maybe we received hold on for a minute. It's raining today here, so I gotta, maybe we receive something of this nature, you understand? A Makuto and all this. Okay. So now we are not in those houses anymore. Now we are seeking for a new place. So we start going online. We start looking to see if we could find another Tata, another Yaya, another place to be initiated, because we are considered buey suelto, loose. We don't have no house, you understand? And we happen to find a place, right? Or we happen to find a place where we are looking into seeing if that house would take us under their wing. In other words, let's just say that, coger sombra, take shade from another house, meaning be adopted. And the religious elder either goes to your house or you go to their house, or it could be also done online. Some do, readings online. But you happen to ask that new house, that new elder, is my Nkuyo, is my Lucero Nkuyo right? Because you have doubts. Since you left that house because for whatever reason it may be, you might have a doubt, that it wasn't done correctly. Or you might have a doubt that now you're afraid that the priest of that house or priestess is gonna do something to disconnect you, or cut that spirit from your receptacles, from your religious receptacles or items. Or you might think that they're doing bilongo, witchcraft to you or something. Because we're not gonna lie, there's some out there that do that, unfortunately. But this priest starts casting, whichever may be, shabalongo, cowrie shells, and tells you that your Nkuyo, your Lucero Nkuyo, is no good. Throw it away. Throw it in the trash, throw it in the river, bury it in the woods, whatever. Or your Nganga. Get rid of that Nganga. Do the same. Empty it out. Throw it in the river, take it to the woods, bury it, throw it in the trash, take it to the cemetery, whatever it may be. and you go ahead and you do that. My question to you would be, how do you know that elder is telling you the truth? And you just threw your spiritual items away. You just threw away what you received, and you did some type of pact or some type of contract or something with that, and now you threw it away. What you think would happen to you when you disrespected the spirituality of the spirit that was in that receptacle, because you went ahead and listened to an elder that for all he wanted to do is tell you to throw your stuff away, because since he didn't do it, he didn't build that, he wanted to give you one, make you everything again. Whether it's an Nkuyo or you have to rebuild an Nganga because your stuff is no good. I bring this up because I was told that once when I was looking for another Enzo, for another Tata or Tatandi to take me in. And I'm not going to name no names or anything who was the elder, but I told them, cast, actually I paid for the consultation. And while in the consultation, I told them, cast and ask to see if my Nkuyo has spirituality. It was walking. He told me no. I said, okay. Cast and see if my Nganga, my Sarawanda, has spirituality. He cast. He said no. I said, then what should I do with it? He said, get rid of everything. The only thing you can stay with is with the pot of the Nganga. I did not listen. I did not get rid of my stuff. Why? Because no matter what happened between me and the other Tata of the house, doesn't mean that Tata didn't do the things that he did to consecrate and to have that spiritual receptacle have spirituality. Yes, it might not be complete. It might be missing things. It might not be as strong as it was. Or it was completed and done right, and it is powerful enough and everything. Either or, you don't throw your stuff away. The only way you will throw your stuff away is if you meet a respectable elder, an elder that is a true practitioner, humble, respectful, not only respectful to you, but respects spirituality, respects what he practices. So he will just not go ahead and tell you throw that away, because he will be giving you a bad advice. He will be giving you something that will be practically your downfall, or if not your downfall, you're gonna have some issues for a while. So this is the reason why I say try to find somebody that is well-rounded, that has respect for the tradition. Because somebody that has this respect and that fears, not fear, but understands that with the things that they have themselves, meaning the elder has themselves, in other words, he will be persecuted for telling you to throw something away by his stuff, by his Ngangas. because he has to follow moral codes and convictions. Understand? Because of the treaties that he followed or he was swore into. And when somebody takes that serious, they will not just go out of nowhere and just tell you throw your stuff away, just in order for him to get money out of you to build a new one. If anything, they will take you in as is. That's one way. Take it with the stuff that you got, but your stuff walks. But some might tell you, keep your things. They're working. And if anything, we could, if they need to, if they are missing anything, they need to fortify them, make them more fulfilling, more right, so they could work better. They'll tell you, keep everything's working fine. We just have to do a couple of things for it could walk better. You understand? Or be complete, in other words. I woke up this morning and I said to myself, what should I speak about today? Because every day, I don't wake up and come out here. I try to give somebody, you guys a little content, but every day, I can't, you understand? Because I'm working, I'm doing things. Sometimes my mind is in other things. But I woke up this morning with that thought. I was like, I could imagine how many of our brothers and sisters that have left or been thrown off for any reason from a munanso, or had a problem with the elder, or either with a female male, that they have been told to throw their things away. And they have thrown them away. What is the possibility of something happening to the owner of those spiritual items? And what are the consequences that brother or sister now has to deal with for getting rid of their spiritual items? It's just things that make you think, things that you sit back and you like, let me make reasons, let me think, like how easy is for somebody on the other side, meaning the other elder that's giving you the reading, or the other elder that you're at their house and you took your stuff to them, how easy is for someone to tell you your stuff does not work, your stuff doesn't have no spirituality, your stuff is sancocho. And then you go ahead and do that, and your stuff was a sancocho, or it wasn't a complete sancocho, meaning it has spirituality, it's just missing a couple of things, and you went and threw that stuff away. You got rid of it. How many of us have done something like that? How many of us have listened to another elder because we have respect towards that elder, that he's going to guide us and lead us right? He's not going to do something that's going to jeopardize us. A lot of us. And that's why I'm always saying in the videos, when we talk about looking for a new house, speak to that elder as much as you can. Visit that elder when you can, when he's able and willing to take you in. Feel that elder out. See how he moves and maneuvers, if he's respectful, if he talks in certain ways that kind of looks, how he looks at females. How does he treat his godchildren? How serious he is when he's in the munanso. Because see, there's two things, they're not the same. The tata or yaya in the munanso and the tata or yaya out of the munanso. Out of the munanso is regular life as it is. Me and you speak. We might slip up and say a little cuss word here now and then because we're in a flow, you know, depending how and who you're speaking to. But in the munanso, you're not that person no more. Everything changes once you fit in, you go in that munanso. There's no more street talking and bull crapping in the munanso. No, because now you're not, let's say, John or Mary. Now you are Tata, his Congo name, or the name he was given. Now you are Mary. Now you're not Mary. Now you Yaya, ta. Now when you come out of the munanso, that you're not doing anything from the munanso, now you Mary back again. Now you are John back again. And that's the things that elders have to differentiate, have to know when they're in the munanso and when they are out of the munanso. And the godchildren also have to think when they ask question or advice, whether is in the munanso or out of the munanso. Because out of the munanso is one thing, giving you advice or asking a question, and in the munanso is something different when you ask a question or you're asking for advice. That changes. Now you're in front of spiritualities. Now you're in front of those inquisis. They hearing you, what you're asking for, whether advice or questions. But when you're outside the munanso, now you're asking John for an advice as John. Not as Tata, as John. If you're gonna ask him as Tata, you gotta he'll most likely practically let you know, are you asking me as your Tata or are you asking me as John? And likewise with the female. You know, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. We can't mix the worldly life with the munanso, with the tradition, and some say with the religion. If you don't understand the tradition with the religion, can't mix the religious part with the worldly part. It's two different things. You can't mix them up. Once you in that munanso, it's totally seriousness and it's totally about the spiritual realm. Once you're out of the munanso and you're here, now is the worldly world, where us in spirit have flesh and things are different. Okay? I hope you guys understood. That came to my mind. Wanted to share it. Be blessed. Salam alaikum. Have a great day.